Hey everyone, welcome back here to Camaro's Not Coffee. We got the Camaro waiting for us right here because we are going to be taking off the glove box today. I want to say first though, I'm not taking off the glove box to get to the cabin air filter. If you haven't seen my last video and you're looking for how to get the cabin air filter out and changed, go check that out. It's actually right up under here under the hood. Surprising, I know. So I'm not taking off the glove box for that. I'm taking it off because I have these LED strip lights, like so, which I've had for, probably about 2 years now. And I installed them. They had a sticky coating on the back, so they just stuck on like a 3M product. Then it fell off. The driver's side one, perfectly fine. Passenger side one, fell off. So then, that's why you see these on here. I put our little 3M poster hangers up under the glove box here on this ledge. And those also came off. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with this side. But we're going to secure them firmly to the glove box. But to make it easier, I'm going to take it off. So the glove box taking off and reinstallation will be at the start and then the end of the video, and the light installation process will be at the middle portion, and then we'll test them at the end. So that's what we have coming up. I'm going to jump right into it. Now, for the purpose of our light install, here's what the lights look like. They're pretty cool when it's actually working. I'm going to just kind of align this where I want it, because I'm going to be rigidly attaching this. It's not going to move once I put it on here. So I'm just going to kind of line it up, making sure the wire is still reaches, because you want to make sure the wire that plugs into the lights reaches. Otherwise, it's not going to light up. So I'm just going to mark it with a Sharpie here. Alright, so the next step in the process, you're going to want to open the glove box up and probably remove anything you have in there so it doesn't go spilling all over. So there's the book. Now, if you come down to this corner, there is a little string, pretty much a string. It retracts, it helps the glove box. If I let go like this, that's how it comes down. So I'll show you guys in a second what it's going to look like. Okay, so you're going to grab the cord right by the end near the glove box, and then pick up on the glove box just a little bit and push your fingers back towards the front of the car. And that allows it to pop out, and you have this little plastic piece holding the wire from the cord, essentially, from falling in. So now you're going to want to gently set that up here. It shouldn't go anywhere. It's pretty much, it's not super taut right now. It's just loose and dangling. So now if I drop the door, you see what happens. It falls hard. So that's just giving it some, it's catching it a little bit as it's falling. So it's not going to land real hard like that every time. Okay, so the next step is going to focus on these two sides of the glove box. There's little plastic pieces behind here holding the door from falling all the way down. So the best way I found to do it, take your right hand on this side, or left, but right might be a little easier. Right hand on this side, I'm going to pull the glove box towards the center of the car. I'm going to take my other hand and I'm going to put it up on this piece on the inside and push towards the outside of the car. And that will very easily allow me to get around the edge where that clip goes. And I felt it move around, so it's around there. Now I go to the other side, do the opposite thing. Get up in there, push my hands apart, and it just very easily moves the clip around to give it freedom to come down. So then it comes down, almost falls down right out of there. You just have to tilt it back, farther down, and then give a little jiggle up, and it will come out. Now that jiggle is getting this one out. This one falls out. That might just be mine, so yours might be in there, so you're going to want to jiggle both sides. That'll get this out of there, and it'll allow the whole thing to come out, and there's your glove box. Now I am going to attempt to take this front plate off because, so it's just like this. So my Sharpie mark is right there. You can kind of see it, so that's all I needed is to be able to see where it is. So that's where I'll line the end of my light up. And it'd be easier to drill through this to put my little holes and attach it if it's off. So I'm going to attempt to pop this off. All of this is actually in one mechanism. So you pull this, it's all attached here. So it's not even just enough to pull the handle as you're trying to pull it off, because that doesn't take it past the inside lip of here. You have to actually push these in just a little bit, one side, get it out, and then go to the other side, push that one in just a little bit, it'll clear, then you can pull it off. Otherwise, you're gonna end up breaking this right off. I'm glad I did it. I was trying to take it slow. So be careful with that. Make sure biggest key here is you push those in as you pull out, and then the whole piece will pop off. Alright, and there are the holes. So we're just about ready to attach them. At the end, I did switch and use this little cutoff wheel. So I just use that to smooth out the holes a little bit, get some of that excess off. And the back looks just as good. So that's why I use this little tool, because it was just going to give a little bit better results. So now I'm going to take this 26 gauge wire. If anyone has been watching since I put my LED rings in the headlights, this is the same stuff I use. So it's a lot of it. There is 30 yards of it, so I got a lot left. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to loop it around the LED through the holes and tie it off in the back. Alright, and there it is. So you see it's not perfectly flat, but that's okay. It's going to be pretty hidden up under there because this is going to sit like this. So it's pretty steep angle. But yeah, it went on pretty easy. It looks pretty good. I'm just going to reassemble, and then we'll go back to the car and reinstall the glove box. Alright, so it gets darker a little earlier. I forget that at this point, so rocking the headlight now. And so if we look at this, everything went back together really easy. You just have to remember, or note really, make sure you pull the handle back as you're pushing this plate on, because that'll allow the little stopping clips to slide in, get past, and then it's back in place. So now we're going to reinstall it. So I hope I got this light on so you guys can see what I'm doing. Now, the first big thing is to make sure your two clips in the back, those that slide around to let it turn, make sure those are in the correct spot. So the left one is going to be easier to get in. The right one will be not as easy to get in. You kind of have to get the left one aligned, and then you're going to want to watch and push the right one in as you turn it up, because this hits at this corner. That corner is going to hit, so it's not going to go in real easy. But once you make sure you get it in place there, put a little pressure, turn it up, you heard that click. That click was our side pieces popping back into place from those little plastic pieces sticking out that I showed you all. So at that point, it's back into place. And it's not clipping. Why not? Oh, there it clips. Alright, I wasn't pushing hard enough. But you'll remember, whoa, that falls really hard. We have to put our little strap back on over in this corner. So I'm just going to pull down on the strap. It'll be a little hard to pull, but you just got to get your fingers around it. So try to keep it on the edge of your fingers a little more. And yeah, you just push it, and it'll fall right into the slot, and it'll stay there. So once it's in there, close it up, and we're all good. Okay, so it's very dark, I apologize, but we need it to be dark to see the lights, so I'm going to come in here and hit the switch. Woohoo, there we go. There they are. So I got the orange on my side. Oh, it looks pretty red on the camera, but orange is over there, and the blue over here. Now you'll see there's one spot right at the end where we plugged it in, where you see a little bit of the light, and I think that's because the plug causes it to stick out a little bit. I might see if I can get that in there a little bit, but it looks really clean because you can't see, unless you were down here, but that's not where my head is. My head is looking from right here, and you don't see any of the lights sticking out. You get the glow. So I am very excited by this. I hope you guys learned something. I hope it was helpful. And I'm going to get out of here now so you can see what I'm saying. If you need to see me to hear me. But so if you have any questions, leave them below. But it was actually a pretty easy thing to do. And I've had those lights for a while. I bought them at an auto parts store, but you can buy them online very easily. Just LED strip lights. You get a little connector unit and everything. I will show you all that in another video because it's all a whole setup I have going on that I hope to expand. So I very much look forward to that. But with that, that's going to conclude today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome rest of your day. Peace.